Part 28. Canon Fodder Strategy. Author, Juan ERWR. Chapter 272. From what Kinlan said, we can imagine how low the status of the original owner in his heart was. It was not as good as a so-called brother he met halfway. He even asked him to accompany him for an hour a day, and then asked him to be a member of the gang. Having said such things as being a bully and a horse, Lily hung up Kinlan's call without hesitation, put him on the blacklist, and called back to Hong Kong to complain to Njulong. At this time, he had not angered the lunatic from District 2, I am God, as she did later, forcing Njulong to alienate her. At this time, she was very favored in front of Njulong. After suing Kinlan, less than half when he was young, Njulong called Kinlan and scolded him. After telling Kinlan, Lily collected 10 pieces of level 40 materials and started to make equipment for herself. She wore the title of Hand of God, and 4 of the 10 materials finally came out with very powerful attributes. A purple outfit of perfect quality. There should be no problem with this set when it reaches level 60, because even the equipment on Gulikan, the top god at the moment, may not be as good as hers. Only then did Lily feel satisfied. After hiding the equipment, I hung some white and blue equipment with excellent attributes that I had just made on the trumpet, and then I was ready to upgrade. The quality of equipment in the game is divided into 5 attributes: ordinary, excellent, perfect, outstanding, and supreme. In addition to having a good color, an equipment must also have an attribute value of at least perfect to be powerful. It just needs to be made. It is not easy to obtain equipment with perfect attributes. At this moment, several white and blue equipment of excellent value that Lily put out were snatched away by others in less than 2 minutes, and there were still people surrounding her trumpet. Chat privately and ask her if she has any other perfect gear. Those who are willing to purchase it with real currency at a high price. Lily ignored it. She hasn't leveled up in more than half a year, and Lily is already far behind others in level now. Fortunately, she has money and good equipment. After going to the instructor to learn a priest's attack skills, she also learned a divine blessing skill, and with 2 healing skills that increase health in a large area, Lily bought some red and blue potions, and then bought a double experience pill. After finding out in the forum which direction he should level up at this level, he teleported towards that place. Her weapon is a perfect purple outfit. Although it is not inlaid with gems or other items, and it is not strengthened, the foundation of the equipment itself is there. When a group attack skill is used, the monster group falls to the ground. In addition, her defense is high. There was a lot of blood, so I brushed like this for half an hour. The experience keeps rising, and after a while, the effort has been reduced to less than half. It can be seen that as long as you practice for a month, there should be no problem in reaching level 60. After practicing for a long time, the private chat flashed for a while without any response, but the world suddenly became lively. World Qian Shan Mixuo, Ziobai, stop making trouble and start a private chat. World Charming Little Face, wow, Master Mixuo has spoken, who is Ziobai? World Little Cold Hands, is there anyone named Xiaobai? World Profiteer, what is the relationship between these two people? World Qian Shan Mixuo, please open a private chat. You know who I'm looking for. And Kinlan yelled like this for a long time. After seeing that Lily ignored him, he felt furious at first, and then helpless. World Qian Shan Mixuo, the ever-changing fairy. World Qian Shan Mixuo, I let you join the meeting, why did you complain to the old man? Fortunately, I hung up the phone quickly, otherwise I would have been called back to Hong Kong right now to kneel in front of the ancestral tablet and repent. World Qian Shan Mixuo, I am your eldest brother, why are you such a willful girl? World Hua Yi, is the gang leader from Hong Kong? Star Eyes. World A Cunning Fox, it turns out that the little fairy is actually the gang leader's sister? Lily ignored what the world said. and Kinlin was almost captured by Njulong and brought back to Hong Kong to kneel at the ancestral tablet. However, she saw it. She took a look at it and almost couldn't hold back her laughter. She wrinkled proudly at first. Nose, but then an inexplicable sadness surged into my heart. The original owner has been favored by Njulong since she was born, but why did Njulong suddenly give up on her in the end? And Behi felt very sad about this, but because of her stubborn personality, even though she had not been happy in her previous life, she never went back to Anne's house again. Now that she thought of Njulong again, she felt an uncomfortable feeling in her body. Can't stop. Perhaps it was Njulong's ruthless betrayal of the original owner later that made Lily's eyes well up with tears instinctively. She twitched and wiped the corners of her mouth, but there were more and more tears. The Lily in the past was a princess held in the palm of Kowloon cannot bear the slightest grievance. She laughs when she is happy, cries when she feels uncomfortable, and screams when she is in pain. Like a child, she truly expresses her inner feelings. Like a child who has not grown up, he is pampered in his heart, so he will feel particularly hurt later. The tears couldn't be wiped away anyway, so Lily simply cried and felt much more relaxed. However, the screen was completely black and white. Several people were standing next to her unresurrected body, and said happily. A set of medicine fell out. She used her voice, which sounded crisp and clear. She was a girl about 17 or 18 years old. Lily felt angry and heard a young male voice say, "It should be I'm hanging up, but unfortunately the equipment I'm wearing hasn't exploded." Lily checked the information of several people. One of them, a human warrior named Holy War Knight, had the highest level, already level 51. The girl who just said that she had picked up the medicine was an elf priest named Huaduoduo. Lily said nothing. I clicked resurrection on the spot, so that you can resurrect using the resurrection pills sold in shopping malls that cost 20 yuan each. After you die, you can use this pill to resurrect. The first 10 pills will not drop the experience and will not damage the durability of the equipment. After using 50 pills, it will drop half experience, damage, and half equipment durability. At this moment, she bought the experience pill. As soon as she stood up, those people thought she was hanging up. Unexpectedly, Lily stood up and performed a holy light judgment. The group attacked. She was saying happily just now. After picking up a set of medicines, Huajuo fell to the ground. System, you killed Huajuo. The set of blue pills she picked up did not explode, but dropped an excellent piece of purple equipment, which was considered a small masterpiece. Huajuo suddenly became anxious and shouted hurriedly, "Give me back the equipment." Lily ignored her. Although she didn't lack this piece of equipment, these people would be Mingzisu's friends in the future. Even if she didn't lack that set of medicine, she still had to deal with these people first. The name of the Holy War Knight is quite nice, but unfortunately the equipment is a bit poor. Although there are many people in this group, under the condition of constantly taking Lily medicine, the 4-person team soon lay on the ground. World Monk washes his hair with rejoice. Variety Fairy, you little bitch, you blew up Duoduo's equipment, come back. World Qianshan Mixuo, what's going on? World A Monk washes his hair with rejoice. Qianshan, I respect you as our president, but your sister killed my wife and lost a piece of her equipment. We are all proud cavalry, and you are the president. How are you going to solve the problem? World A Monk washes his hair with rejoice. Brothers, it's impossible not to kill her just because she is your sister. Qianshan, if you don't handle it well, I will bring someone to kill her myself. World Qianshan Mixuo, what equipment? Take a look at the screenshots and I'll compensate you. World A Monk washes his hair with rejoice. That's pretty much it? You are indeed our president. Since you say so, I won't pursue it. Lily felt angry when she saw Kinlin looking like she was apologizing for herself. She bought a set of speakers without hesitation and typed directly. World the Variety Fairy, what if I kill you? Some people just deserve to be killed. They thought I was not online and wanted to kill me to drop my equipment. Now they deserve it? With your appearance, who else can you kill? World Variety Fairy, so what if I just kill people? If you have the ability, come to me and ask for it. Kill Hwaduoduo, the proud cavalryman, and the monk washes his hair with rejoice. Take screenshots as evidence after killing them once. I will give out 2W at a time. Gold. In the past, Lily Ann's favorite trick was the strick. Although it was considered by many to be a symbol of the nouveau riche, it felt so good to say such a thing now, especially since it is what monks in the world use to wash their hair. Rejoice scolded her several times, but was suppressed by her loudspeakers. After she finally silenced her, she felt even more relieved. This monk washes his hair with Rejoice and Hwajuajuo are a boyfriend and girlfriend in real life. Unfortunately, Hwajuajuo is also one of Mingzisu's roommates. She is a well-known talented girl in T. She enters the game with her boyfriend. Just for fun, but because of her good operation, she was one of the rare female priests in the game who played well in the later stage. After Mingzisu entered the game, she helped her a lot. Now that Lily wants to ask people to rotate these two people out of the game, she doesn't believe that Mingzisu will have someone to help her when she enters the game again. After killing the person, because the other male mage named Dehua Yuan didn't hit her, Lily killed him to increase the murderous value, and the name also turned yellow. Once the name turned red in the game, others it wouldn't be illegal to kill her again, and the chance of something exploding would increase a lot. Lily bought a murderous potion from the mall, and after drinking it, she regained her previous white name. Private chat Jian Shanmugzio said to you, Ziahe, what's wrong with you? This is your eldest brother's meeting, why did you get into a quarrel with someone? You are so willful and your father spoils you rotten. Private chat Jian Shanmugzio said to you, what do you want me to do now? I don't care anyway, you can solve it yourself. And Kinlin's words made it clear that he wanted her to either admit defeat and apologize, or that she deserved to be chased by the proud knights. Lily sneered twice and blocked him directly. She was upset when she saw Kinlin. There are many masters of the proud cavalry, but she is not necessarily afraid of fighting alone. If attacked by a group, she will not fly away and go offline. It's better to break up. She is barefoot and not afraid of wearing shoes. To be continued. Cannon Fodder Strategy. Author, Juan ERWR. Chapter 273. Within a few days, people took screenshots one after another and came to Lily to ask for money. It was not until half a month later that Hwajuajuo and Monk washed their hair using Rejoice to become a level 1 trumpet. After scolding Lily several times, Lily stopped going online. The money spent was less than 200,000 yuan. She has been selling more and more equipment recently, and more than 100,000 people are rushing to get each piece. In addition to the fact that she had to spend money to play games at the beginning, recently she almost no longer needs to spend money, focusing on leveling up. After reaching level 60, although she did not have a place in the 100-person ranking list, she finally squeezed into the last place in the 10,000-person ranking list, but Gu Lycan, who was first in the list, was already level 74. It becomes more difficult to practice as the levels go up. This can be seen from the fact that Kinlin is only at level 72 and is 3 levels behind third place. Her 22nd birthday will be in a few days, and Julong will advance it. After calling her and asking her to go back to Hong Kong for her birthday, Lily thought that she would not be able to come back for 10 days and a half, so she planned to find a power coach. But she had a lot of things and money on her account, and she was also afraid that her account would be stolen after she found a power booster, so she planned to ask someone from Anjia Company for help, and chose one who had followed Nguyen from Hong Kong. Lin came to conquer the world and was loyal to Njulong to help him with power leveling, and specified that when he came back, he would be required to reach level 70 or above, so Lily left the game. Due to the influence of the original owner's mood in the plot, she and Njulong became very familiar with each other during this trip. Njulong doted on her daughter and kept her in Hong Kong for more than 20 days. In the end, Lily insisted on coming back and settled the matter. Things returned to the mainland. As soon as she got home and took a shower, Lily checked in to take a look. His face darkened. She originally had nearly 5 million gold coins in her account. At this moment, there are only more than 50,000 left. It wasn't even a fraction of the original price. The most important thing was that all 4 purple outfits with perfect attributes on her number were taken away. She joined the Proud Cavalry Guild, with the title of the second young master of the Gu family hanging above her head. Title. Looking at her level again, she originally had level 62 when she left. Now she has only been upgraded to level 3, not to mention she spent so much money. Guild, ordinary members, skeleton mage, goblin. Make me a hat and a pair of boots. Guild, ordinary member, skeleton mage. Damn, there was an explosion during the guild war last night. Guild, elder, Liupiaopio, don't be anxious, everyone. Register slowly one by one. If something explodes, write it down later and ask the goblin to help. Guild, Lord, the wretched white rabbit, Piao is right. Anyway, we now have such a big life player, there is nothing we can't do. The goblin has the title of Hand of God. The things you make will only be better than what you dropped before. Guild, ordinary member, picked up the hair on his leg. Mr. Rabbit is right. Seeing such a scene, he felt angry for no reason. She first downloaded the game and changed her password. Then he thought about it, picked up the phone, and started to scold the power coach he had hired before. Without giving him any time to explain, he said directly, "You are fired. I don't need you to stay in Anne's group anymore. I will tell my father again, your relatives and friends in Hong Kong should also get out of the An family." After she finished speaking, she hung up the phone. Maybe that person had complained to An Kinlin again. After a while, the maid downstairs came up with a wireless phone and said respectfully, "Miss, the young master's call is here. I'm looking for you." Hang up, Lily said without looking back, logged into the game again, and clicked the button to exit the Proud Cavalry gang. The ever-changing fairy quits the Pride Cavalry. World Skeleton Mage? Where are my hat and boots? World Luyepiao, fairy, what's wrong with you? World the second young master of the Gu family, where has Madame gone? Gu Liwan was usually ranked third on the list of great gods. When he opened his mouth, many people couldn't help but reply one after another. Lily ran to Yu Lao, who was originally going to force a divorce, but in this game if the system requires both parties to mutually negotiate for divorce, that's all. But if the engagement is unilaterally terminated, 5 million in divorce fees must be paid to the other party. Thinking of this, Lily felt extremely aggrieved, especially when she saw herself when there was not even 5 million on the number. Lily felt even more uncomfortable. She parked the number in the city and stood there while she called back to Hong Kong. "Dad, An Kinlin bullied me. I played a game. It took a year. He treated me as a part-time worker, doing things for others, and kept me busy all day long." The game, she said. And Julong didn't understand, but An Kinlin, who regarded Lily as a part-time job, understood, and immediately became furious. "How dare he? You call him back to Hong Kong and he will be an intern with you for 2 months, and he is not allowed to have time to play games." Lily sneered twice in her heart when she thought of An Kinlin's trick this time. Although this request was a bit arbitrary, but An Julong always felt sorry for his daughter, so he agreed without hesitation. The next day, An Kinlin received a call from the old man in Hong Kong. Even the people sent to take over his work were almost in the mainland. And Kinlin called back. Lily knew that he would definitely scold her, so she ignored him. And Kinlin was transferred away by Njulong that day. He entrusted the account to Gu Liken. Lily originally wanted to get involved in that account. Naturally, the idea came to nothing. And Kinlin's attitude of trusting others but not his own sister only made Lily become more merciless in dealing with him. But similarly, Gu Liken used to work in Angia's company, but Kinlin usually ignored him and let him play games. This time Njulong personally sent someone over, so he naturally didn't have much time to play games. After all, in the past, he even delegated work to others and only played games. Now that someone is staring at him, he can't even care about his own number, let alone Kinlin's. 2 months passed by, and he worked hard to raise his level to level 75, reaching the bottom of the top 10 rankings. Gu Liken didn't have much time to play these days, and he has just reached level 80. Although he still barely holds the reputation of being the first person in the rankings, the second place is only one level behind him. And Kinlin has gone from the second place before. It even dropped to behind the 10th place. Even Lily can't compare. At level 80, new equipment will be available. Lily has not been busy upgrading these days. After level 70, it becomes more and more difficult to upgrade. She plans to use this time to collect some materials to make equipment. At this time, there are not many people at level 80, so the materials are not easy to collect. But money can make all the difference, so after more than a week of collecting, Lily still collected all the materials. It's just that she didn't receive much, only 5 copies. She made all the equipment, and the result was only one purple piece of excellent quality clothing and a pair of blue perfect quality boots. Lily is not going to wear it herself. At this time, level 80 equipment is not available in the game. Except for some live players who have not reached level 75 and cannot make level 80 equipment, there are also some individual live players who have reached level 75. But he has not reached a certain level of proficiency. Because of this, the current level 80 equipment is just a fresh look. So Lily made a loudspeaker. World Variety Fairy, sell 80 sets of equipment at a high price. If you want it, message me privately. Lily also displayed 2 pieces of equipment behind the speaker. It didn't take long for the private chat to start happening, and the first one to ask was Gu Liken. Private chat Changfeng Li said to you, how to sell purple and blue equipment. He has always been cold and talkative. Except for being more patient with Mingzisu, he doesn't like to talk much the rest of the time. Especially after entering this game, he knew that Lily liked him, but he never said anything in the game. Li said something to her, and this was the first time that he took the initiative to come to her. Even though the person in control of this body at the moment was Lily, she still couldn't help but feel a pain in her heart, as if she had been stabbed by something, which made her body freeze and she couldn't recover for a long time. Private chat Changfeng left and said to you. Perhaps because he hadn't received Lily's answer for a long time, Gu Liken asked again impatiently. It was working time now, and the new general manager was watching him very closely. He didn't spend as much time playing games as before. He took the time to buy the equipment he came to ask about now. He is Kinlin's good brother. He naturally knows why Kinlin was transferred this time. Gu Liken frowned impatiently. Thinking in his heart that Lily, the spoiled young lady, must have used this trick this time to pester him like before, but it was a pity that it was useless. His whole heart was focused on that well-behaved, weak but stubborn little man. She no longer has any extra thoughts about others. What Lily does is just a waste of effort. Lily didn't know what Gu Liken was thinking at the moment, otherwise she would have to slap him in the face. She still couldn't control her body at this time. Gu Liken never took the initiative to talk to Nbei in the plot, especially in the game. On weekdays, when the two of them were in the same guild, Even if Enbei talked to him, he would not necessarily pay attention, let alone take the initiative to chat privately. Therefore, Enbei's body was very excited at the moment, and it took a while before he calmed down again. Calm down. But in this short time, many people had already chatted privately one after another, all asking about the price of the 80-year-old suit. Lily ignored Gu Lycan, and instead negotiated the price with Demon Sha, who was now rank second. Handed the equipment to him. Demon Sha is a vampire assassin. He is only one level lower than Gu Lycan, but their current equipment is similar. The current difference is that Gu Lycan will have level 80 skills when he reaches 80, but it can be imagined what we know is that once the Demon Slayer reaches level 80, after putting on this suit, Gu Lycan will definitely no longer be his opponent. After making all the money to buy the materials, Gu Lycan was still waiting for Lily's reply. Private chat. Changfeng left and said to you, "Are you there?" Private chat. You said to Changfeng Li, "It has been sold." There was no news from Gu Lycan on the other end for a long time. Lily could almost imagine the look on his face at this time and couldn't help but sneer. To be continued. P.S. Second update. Do I want to give up the struggle? After all, there is a great master behind him, and the novel is well written, so the little fan vote is well deserved. But since I asked for fan votes at the beginning this month, I still don't want to give up until the last moment. Even if I fall behind in the end, at least I have fought for it and I won't regret it in the future, right? I don't want to regret it, so I still ask everyone for pink votes. However, if it really isn't available, I won't force it, and you don't have to spend extra money to subscribe. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Cannon Fodder Strategy. Author, Juan ERWR. Chapter 274. The difference between having equipment and not having equipment became apparent after he reached level 80 on the day of Demon Slayer. The equipment he bought from Lily had been smashed and turned purple. Among them, the one that was originally, although the purple one has not been smashed into orange, it has been filled with gem holes, added with gems, and strengthened to make it shine with golden light. Gu Lycan can no longer be his opponent. Without Enkinlin's support, he, no matter how talented he is, no matter how much he practices martial arts since he was a child, no matter how masculine he looks, it can't change that he comes from an ordinary family, and he can't compete financially with those players who are willing to spend dozens or even millions on the game. The situation in the game suddenly changed. The people of the proud Iron Cavalry used to feel that having the top two great gods was their pride. Now they all fell silent, but voices of congratulations to Demon Slayer could be heard in the world. World Hairy Belly Button, congratulations to Wanyan's Dick for finally getting tough. World A Piece of Rice Stuck in Your Teeth, Master Changfeng, you have to work hard. World Luffy Ian, come on, brother. World Skeleton Mage, I beg Qian Shan to come back strong. Chirp. In such a world chat, a message suddenly caught Lily's attention. World Mingzi Susu, I know you are in the game and I know what I am referring to. You stole someone else's boyfriend. How are you doing now? Mingzi Susu happens to be Mingzi Su's name in the plot. Except for the multiple characters Su, there is almost no difference. When Lily saw her message, she couldn't help but laugh. She had been preparing for so long, just waiting for Mingzi to appear, and now she was here. It's not in vain that she spent such a long time in the game for Mingzi. However, after playing the game again this time, he had nothing to do with Gu Lycan. He no longer hung around Gu Liwan. If Mingzi's words about stealing other people's boyfriends were alluding to herself, Lily would really sneer. In reality, Mingzi is a well-known beauty with beautiful flowers. People who pursue her are unaware of her. Her temperament is gentle and restrained, and her watery temperament is like a weak person from the Jiangnan water town. Her aura is pitiful. Her temperament makes people feel as if they have entered the misty Jiangnan region at first sight. She has long straight hair like a shawl. In this era where everyone wears heavy makeup, she is like a hibiscus emerging from the water, fresh and endearing. As soon as a photo of her walking on campus with her head down and holding a book was uploaded online, countless people became crazy about her. It's a pity that although she looks stunningly beautiful on the outside, her personality is actually a little confused and sometimes has some impulsiveness and willfulness. This kind of contrast makes almost everyone who has been with her fall in love with her, especially after seeing her real face. Few men would not fall under her pomegranate skirt. She is soft on the outside and strong on the inside, weak and helpless on the outside, but actually a little stubborn on the inside. It was this little bit of character that made Gu Liken give up on her since she was a child. But he couldn't help the protective desire that came from his heart. He loved her terribly. As soon as Ming Zi Susu opened her mouth to speak in the world, she was drowned out by everyone, but besides Lily, one other person noticed her. In addition to saying something to the world, Ming Zisu still felt very upset. She called Gu Liken again to tell Gu Liwan about the situation. When she received a call from her, Gu Lichen almost failed. Holding the mobile phone in his hand, he connected to his younger brother Gu Liwan's private chat without thinking, and scolded him. Gu Liwan had a weak character, especially in front of this always strong elder brother. I can't hold my head up. I hope to become a tough guy like him, but I will never be as good as my elder brother. He has actually liked Ming Zisu for many years, not much longer than his elder brother. However, although Ming Zisu and he are called boyfriend and girlfriend, they always seem to be separated by a layer. The two have been dating for more than 4 years. Since Ming Zisu first fell in love at the age of 14, they have been together under the support of the two adults. However, the two have been dating for so many years, and they have rarely even held hands. Gu Liwan is now in college. He just became Ming Zisu's senior this year, but his brothers in the dormitory all laughed at him as if he had a weak and helpless sister instead of his love sister. Impulsively, in order to arouse Ming Zisu's jealousy, he knowing that this little girl is very confused sometimes, when brother Qinlin asked him to marry the baby and fairy, he deliberately didn't say that he married Lily, and even let it slip in front of Ming Zisu, seemingly unintentionally. At this moment, when he heard Gu Liken scolding him, not only was he not frustrated, but he was secretly happy. After all, Ming Zisu had never shown much concern or closeness to him, and now she was jealous because of him. Isn't this right? What is it to love him? He called Ming Zisu again. After knowing that she had also played the game and named her Ming Zisu, Gu Liwan almost went crazy with joy. This little thing who had never been interested in games also when she began to learn to change for him, Gu Liwan felt that there was no trace of regret in her heart. He seemed to have thought of something for a moment, and hurriedly chatted with Lily privately. Private chat: the second young master of the Gu family is telling you, Bai Bian, find an opportunity to get divorced. Private chat: the second young master of the Gu family said to you, my girlfriend is also here to play the game, and I don't want her to misunderstand. Lily looked at the flashing private chat and sneered. Private chat: you said to the second young master of the Gu family, misunderstanding. What's the misunderstanding? What does it have to do with me? When did I marry you? At this moment, Lily started to act stupid. She wanted to get divorced before, but because all the money was transferred away by Qinlin, she couldn't get the divorce at that time. This inexplicable marriage was dragged on. She usually didn't take it seriously. After all, she had never had a private chat with the second young master of the Gu family. Unexpectedly, Ming Zisu would be accused of ruining other people's feelings when she came. Lily felt a little unhappy. Well, why did Gu Liwan divorce her when she wanted to after Ming Zisu scolded her? There is no way to get a divorce. He can spend 5 million gold coins to force a divorce, and he can still make a lot of money. Private chat. The second young master of the Gu family said to you, sweat. Maybe she misunderstood, she was already angry with me and ignored me, baby, and came and got a divorce. Private chat. The second young master of the Gu family says to you, come quickly. Quick, quick, quick. Lily ignored him. After shielding him directly, he was teleported to the wild. Gu Liwan looked at the private messages that he could no longer send. Suddenly dumbfounded, he couldn't help but pick up the phone and call Gu Lycan, brother, and Bei, he doesn't want to divorce me, what do you think I should do? You asked me to marry that number at the beginning, but now Susu is here, should I make her sad? She doesn't even care about me. Hearing Mingzisu's words of ignoring Gu Liwan, Gu Lycan's face showed a bit of joy for a moment, but then he suppressed the emotion that he shouldn't have. Hearing that Mingzisu came to play games for Gu Liwan, Gu Lycan felt mixed emotions in his heart. He was blocked for a long time, and then he said coldly to Gu Liwan, you don't have to worry about this matter. If there is a solution, I will tell Qian Rin afterwards. Gu Lycan's so-called solution was to immediately log into the game and chat with Lily privately. Private chat. Changfeng Li said to you, and Lily, I know who you are, is it interesting for you to make trouble like this? Private chat. Changfeng Li said to you, do you think you won't divorce my brother? Will I do what you want? No one can blackmail me. Private chat. Changfeng Li said to you, if you are wise, you can divorce me. Otherwise, even if you are Qianlin's sister, don't blame me for being rude to you. Lily originally didn't want to pay attention to Gu Lycan, but now she couldn't help laughing when she saw what he said. Private chat. You said to Changfeng Li, are you rude to me? Private chat. You said to Changfeng Li, Gu Lycan, have you ever looked in the mirror? You are nothing more than a dog that belongs to our family. My brother treats you as a brother because he has fallen for himself. Are you rude to me? Why are you being rude to me? Don't forget whose job you are holding now. Private chat. You said to Changfeng Li, do you believe that my words made you desperate? Remember, if you disgust me again, I will be rude to you. In addition to relying on the original owner's favor, Lily really didn't understand where Gu Lycan had the confidence to say such rude words to her. Gu Lycan, who is still staying in Angia's company and is just an ordinary employee of Angia, where could he? He had the nerve to say such things to Misson. Since she seemed to be a pampered and ignorant young lady in the eyes of Gu Lycan and others, Lily certainly didn't have to pretend to be well-behaved and weak. After all, Mingzisu's impression of this aspect had already been deeply rooted in people's hearts. She happily scolded Gu Lycan. She read it again and saw that there was silence for a long time. She could guess that Gu Lycan was already furious at this moment, especially when she said that he was An's dog, which should have hurt the young master's sensitive heart. Gu Lycan did have some skills. After staying in the An family for nearly 10 years, he went out to establish his own business and became a new rich man in the mainland. However, at this time, his foundation was shallow and he did not have the help of a fool like An Qinlin. It's not that easy for him to succeed as a little person with no power. Lily sometimes really couldn't understand that the original owner, a proud and willful person, had no self-respect or face in front of Gu Lycan and was treated like this, but he still clung to him and loved him, and was still treated by Gu Lycan like this. Lion is said to be willful. In the game, Mingzisu attracted a lot of men to fall in love with her. In the end, and Lily was not only chased and attacked by everyone, but even her own brothers attacked her. When she was insulted and ridiculed by everyone, especially two of them, one man is her brother, and the other is the person she likes. Even if she ends up like this, others still think she is a willful and selfish young lady. Mingzisu's occasional willfulness is cute, but her own willfulness is intolerable. To be continued. If you like this work, you are welcome to come to Kidian to vote for recommendations and monthly votes. Your support is my biggest motivation. Mobile phone users, please go to M to read. To be continued. P.S. I've added an update, I've updated it 3 times. Because a girl in the author group is so loving. She knew that I had been suffering from a fever for 2 days and came to reward me. I was so touched. Thanks to Shui Ying, my sister's comfort, touch, and he's Baijia for your reward. Please give me some fan votes. I appreciate all the support from my dear friends. Don't miss it if you pass by. Canon Fodder Strategy. Author, Wan ERWR. Chapter 275. Lily was still not relieved after scolding, and said again. Private chat. You said to Changfeng Li, you are just a brother of the Gu family. I am playing with you for fun. Do you think I really like you? Are you kidding me? Private chat. You said to Changfeng Li, you are powerless. The eldest lady of my family is willing to marry. How dare you marry her? Private chat. You said to Changfeng Li, look in the mirror and know how much you weigh before you say these things, so as not to be laughed at. Private chat. You said to Changfeng Li, you made me laugh to death. This player is not online. Changfeng Li's account was online almost 24 hours a day, otherwise he wouldn't have stayed at the top of the rankings for such a long time. Now seeing the system prompting that Gu Laikan was not online, Lily almost laughed. Gu Laikan probably got angry after being scolded by her, so he put her on the blacklist. This was good, lest he couldn't help but want to laugh when he saw his self-righteous face. World leaving in the wind, a man of arrogant iron cavalry, an ever-changing fairy in the will of white. World leaving in the wind, a man of arrogant iron cavalry, an ever-changing fairy in the will of white. World leaving in the wind, a man of arrogant iron cavalry, an ever-changing fairy in the will of white. Lily held her chin up, a smile appeared on the corner of her mouth, and after thinking for a while, she typed in the world. World variety fairy, kill Mingzi Isusu once and get an excellent piece of blue quality equipment. Chase Mingzi Isusu for a day and get a piece of perfect blue equipment. Those who follow her for a month and refuse to let her upgrade will receive a set of level 80 purple excellent equipment as evidence. The account of the variety fairy possesses the hand of God, and the probability of equipping it with the best attributes is inherently higher than that of an ordinary account. There are not many people in the game who have just reached level 80. There are also few people with 80 equipment. After all, level 80 materials are rare and hard to find at this time. Generally, only a few of them will be exploded when fighting bosses, and occasionally none at all. It takes a lot of effort to get a piece of equipment together, let alone one with excellent attribute values. At this moment, everyone couldn't help but drooled. Even though they knew that Mingzi Isusu might not be easy to kill for making Lily pay such a big price, many people were still moved and began to ask each other about Mingzi Isusu. Who is coming? Everyone in the world is discussing heatedly, after Lily mudded the pond. He quickly packed up his things and started leveling up. Several days before the start, people came to Lily and sent screenshots asking for blue excellent equipment. A month passed, and only Demon Shayla came to receive a set of purple excellent equipment. On the ranking list, Changfeng Li has disappeared from the 10-person list, and even his ranking is missing from the 100-person list. The last person on the 100-person list is level 76. It can be seen that Gu Laikan has been protecting Mingzi Isusu these days. He was killed horribly. When a hero wants to save a beauty, he has to pay a price, especially if he is driven by profit, no matter how famous Gu Laikan was before. There were so many people that they wanted to besiege him, and there were so many ants that they killed elephants. No matter how talented Gu Laikan was, he was always alone. A month has passed, and Lily only paid for a set of excellent purple equipment, and brought Gu Laikan to this point. It is completely opposite to the situation in the plot where the original owner was forced to have no choice. It was Mingzi Yuzu and several others who were he chased her like a lost dog. And as time goes by, the time for server merging in the plot is finally coming. Thinking of the male warrior named I Am God, Lily couldn't help but feel a little tense. This man named I Am God is equipped with truly top-notch equipment, all of which are of excellent quality. Even the weapons and armor have reached the supreme level. Has created golden wings on his body, and is the president of the largest gang in the 2nd District, not to mention the 2nd District, but also has a great reputation in the entire Dragon War world. In the plot, he almost kills people and kills Buddhas. When a person's strength reaches a certain level, he can almost challenge a small and medium-sized guild. In addition, he has high defense and health, and he is an offensive warrior. Even more powerful, Lily used to work hard to level up and make equipment, in order to be able to at least be on an equal footing with him even if she couldn't suppress him in terms of strength. But now it seems that she didn't spend enough money. She can barely be regarded as a great god in the first area, but compared with the Protoss warrior in the plot, Lily has to admit that she is far behind. She has the title of Hand of God, and her success rate in making equipment is much higher. However, she has not made the supreme golden equipment yet. This does not mean that she is any worse than God in making equipment. It can only mean that he spent more money than himself and made more equipment than himself, just like choosing the taller among a group of short people. No matter whether others have the title of Hand of God or not, as long as the things he makes are enough, if there are many, there will always be a day when the best will appear. Unable to beat I Am God, Lily remembered that the original owner's wish was to be with him and then dump him, so she had no choice but to think of other ways. I remember that in the plot, Mingzi Isusu met I Am God first, but how the two met, Lily didn't know, so she thought about it for 2 days, preparing to use the stupidest method to follow Ming every day. After Zi Isusu's death, there will always be a time when I am God. From then on, I stopped practicing at the Lily level and just stared at Mingzi Isusu all day long. It is very easy to find Mingzi Isusu. A lot of people in the game want to kill her every day. In the eyes of everyone, Mingzi Isusu is like a little treasury that can run and jump. As long as you kill her, you can get level 80. Equipment. Without any effort, Lily found someone to get to where Mingzi Isusu was. After a teleportation talisman was sent to the city, she quickly ran towards where she was staying. At this moment, Mingzi Isusu was only at level 15, and her clothes were in tatters. It looked like she had been killed too many times. In Dragon War world, in addition to the glowing wings of the best equipment, once killed too many times, the durability of the equipment will also be reduced, and the appearance of the clothes will look shabby. Once it is shabby, it cannot be repaired. To the point where you have to change your equipment all over again. Mingzi Isusu plays the role of a female assassin of the vampire clan. The blood-red eyes under her fair and beautiful face are very attractive. She has set herself up as a woman with long burgundy wavy hair, wearing an assassin's uniform. Wearing black tight-fitting night clothes, all the characters in the game have perfect figures. If the female members of the elves have outstanding temperament, then the female members of the vampire family have amazing charm. In comparison, the female members of the human race have ordinary appearances, so even in the game many female players know that the innate attributes of the human race may be better than those of other races, but very few choose the human race. Normal Mingzi Isusu, brother Li Cheng is so stupid, aren't we brothers and sisters? Why did he do this to me? Normal Mingzi Isusu, I am Huan's girlfriend, how could he do such a thing to me? Normal Mingzi Isusu, don't think about this anymore. The more you think about it, the more annoying it becomes. I don't care about you anymore. You two idiots, just go and argue by yourselves. It's best to fight. After she finished speaking, the driver began to spin in circles. Lily looked at Mingzisu's crazy look and couldn't help but twitch the corner of her mouth. There was a group of monsters not far away. She still dared to mutter to herself so close to the monsters. A series of words came, not to mention that he was standing not far behind her. I originally thought that she would call people to kill him in private, but unexpectedly she just turned around in a circle. In the plot, after Mingzisu entered the game, she was initially tortured by Lily and was beaten twice. However, she has a tenacious and unyielding character and relied on her own strength to reach the top 50 in the level rankings. Not only did she have a perfect purple outfit, she also established a guild and became a famous inspirational goddess in the game. No matter how Lily looks at it at this moment, she can't be connected with the cold and sharp female assassin in the plot. I also found someone to take her turn, but I just didn't get involved in the emotional entanglement between the two brothers Gulikan and her. How could Mingzisu become so great? When Lily was sighing, Mingzisu didn't see her, but saw a farce not far away. It was a group of people fighting. Lily didn't want to be affected, but she also wanted to follow Mingzisu to find I am God, so after hesitating for a while, she took 2 steps forward and then sat down cross-legged to practice. Hiding her body in the shadows of trees and grass, this is what the game Dragon Fighting the World does well. After people hide in, let alone others who don't notice her casually, it's just Lily herself who doesn't look carefully. Maybe you can't even see yourself. Mingzisu walked towards the group of people aggressively. Lily was on the same screen as her and saw several people chatting. Normal the long legs that love beautiful women, isn't this the Mingzisu that the ever-changing fairy wants to kill? I didn't expect to bump into her. After spending a whole day with her, we have the equipment. Normal the monk loves the nun, ignore her for now, let this kid hand over his things first. Normal Mingzisu, what kind of heroic skills do you think bullying a trumpet? You are like that ever-changing fairy who only knows how to bully newcomers. Normal Shemale, stop talking nonsense, it's none of your business. Normal Yaoran, that's right, kill her too. Boy, you'd better be wiser and apologize. We took you there with good intentions, but you picked up something and don't want to take it out. There is a little impulsiveness in Mingzisu's character, but it is just a contrast to her gentle and well-behaved appearance. Before people have seen her appearance, her behavior will be regarded as stupid. The vampire assassin named Shemale put Mingzisu down to the ground in 2 strokes. Such a scene made Lily, who was watching from the side, couldn't help but twitch the corner of her mouth. To be continued. P.S. 4th update. What a surprise. Seeing the enthusiasm of my relatives today, I felt like I was going to die after having a fever for 2 days, and I felt much more energetic all of a sudden. Thanks to Yao Xiao, dear he Shivi who rewards children's shoes. Everyone, wait and see, this is the 4th update today, and it is an additional update for Heshibai. It doesn't count as my extra update today. Everyone voted a lot of fans today. I will update the 3rd update tomorrow to thank you all. Cannon Fodder Strategy. Author, Juan ERWR. Chapter 276. Normal Mingzisu, I've called people over, you'd better let him go, otherwise don't regret it. Normal Snotty Nose. While talking, the priest resurrected Mingzisu as quickly as possible, and once again slashed her to death on the ground with 2 knives. This time, he didn't even use his skills. Normal Snotty Nose, I can't stand a fool like you. I'm just a trumpet, so why do I want to be a hero? Even if the ever-changing monster doesn't give you money today, I will kill you. Normal I'm here to find someone, the ever-changing fairy? The trumpet, who had just been chopped to death in the middle but had never made a sound, suddenly spoke. Everyone was silent for a while, and then a mage named Hemorrhoids said angrily. Common hemorrhoids, damn it, were you not next to the computer just now? Normal monk loves none. Normal Snotty Nose. Normal demon. Lily couldn't help but almost made a bunch of bubbles, but saw the trumpet named I'm looking for someone calmly sitting down cross-legged. Normal I'm here to find someone, the ever-changing fairy? Really in this area? Normal those who love beautiful women with long legs, stop pretending and hand over the gem you just grabbed. I can spare your life, otherwise you will definitely die here today. I'm here to find someone. Didn't say anything. After a while, he suddenly saw a series of eye-catching red fonts displayed by the system. System, I'm looking for someone to destroy the level 6 defense gem. Normal snotty nose. Normal shemale colon. Common hemorrhoids, too arrogant, chop him to death. Anger. I didn't say a word when I came to see someone. After I died, I turned around and went offline. This made a group of teams stunned. He almost spit out a mouthful of blood again. Seeing such a scene, Lily couldn't help but want to laugh, but she also felt strange why the trumpet named "I'm looking for someone" would ask about her. She hesitated for a moment, originally wanting to continue following Mingzisu back. In the safe area of the newcomer village, private chats started to flash. Private chat: Jianshan Mixio said to you, Ziahe, what's the matter with you? What the hell are you talking about to dad? Are you trying to kill me? Private chat: Jianshan Mixio said to you, the old man has deducted my pocket money now. He said it was because you told him that I have too much money and people tend to become bad. Was it you? Private chat: Jianshan Mixio said to you, I am your eldest brother. The older you get, the more willful you become. I heard Li Cheng say, you are not willing to divorce Li Huan, right? Lily ignored him. Jianshan Mixio seemed to know what she was going to do, and sent another message. Private chat: Jianshan Mixio is telling you, Li Wan's little girlfriend has entered the game, and I added her to the meeting. You listen to your elder brother and stop messing around. I heard the word nonsense. An inexplicable feeling of grievance came to Lily's heart, which was the emotion of the original owner. Lily gritted her teeth and shook her head, her fingers quickly typing on the keyboard. Private chat: you said to Jianshan Mixio, why do you ask me to make trouble? Back then you took my number and said you would get married, but now you want me to divorce. There is no way. Private chat: you said to Jianshan Mixio, what's more, what's wrong with dad deducting your pocket money? To tell you the truth, dad will deduct your money and give it to me. This is retribution for how you dared to transfer the gold coins in my account at will. Private chat: Jianshan Mixio said to you. Private chat: Jianshan Mixio said to you, even if it was my brother who was wrong at the beginning, you can just take the money. It is just a game. Why are you so nervous? It's just a game, and Kinlin said it easily now, but why did the two brothers and sister fall out because of a woman, because of a game? Mingzisu is really that good, is it worth not protecting his own sister? What's more, he never liked him from the beginning to the end. Even though Mingzisu said that they were friends in the last sentence, he was already dizzy. While others stabbed each other for their friends, he stabbed his sister for his female friends. Private chat: you said to Jianshan Mixio, since it's just a game, what are you saying to me now? If you don't want a divorce, take 5 million to force a divorce. After Lily finished speaking, she closed the private chat and ignored Jianshan Mixio, feeling a little irritated. The other end didn't know if Jianshan Mixio was crazy and couldn't bear to lose face. He didn't give 5 million to Gu Liwan to get a divorce. On the contrary, when Lily followed Mingzisu twice, seeing Kinlin and Mingzisu together, just like in the plot, Kinlin still fell in love with this cute and willful girl. In these 2 days, Long Zhan Tianxia opened 10 different servers, and then integrated the 10 servers into one within 2 years. The server merger took half a day, and 10 new servers were launched at the same time. I am used to playing after the game. Lily was a little idle and couldn't help but go to the forum. Unexpectedly, she didn't know if she didn't go on the forum, but she was shocked when she did. The most popular post on the forum right now is on Mingzi Susu and the Variety Fairy. Lily couldn't help but click on it. She didn't know who wrote this post, and there were words slandering her between the lines. Mean. As we all know, the name Variety Fairy is the younger sister of Jianshan Mixio, the president of the Proud Cavalry, the largest guild in our game. This is acknowledged by Shankin Mygzyu herself, and there are pictures to prove it behind this sentence. And Kinlin once said in the world that he was almost caught by Njulong and brought back to Hong Kong to kneel at the ancestral memorial tablet because of Lily's complaint. The Variety Fairy has been very low-key since she entered the game, except for the two high-profile accounts of the Proud Iron Cavalry. She made a high-profile appearance when the world was whitened. Later, she joined the Proud Iron Cavalry and married the second son of the Gu family, the elder of the Proud Iron Cavalry. The back is also a screenshot of when Lily called Monk Lunbei for 20,000 gold coins to wash her hair with Rejoice and Huajuo Duo, as well as the system message when the account of Baby and Fairy got married to the second son of the Gu family. The post was again then, he said. But 2 months later, the Variety Fairy suddenly withdrew from the association, and the relationship between her and the second young master of the Gu family was in name only. Until more than a month ago, a female assassin named Mingzi Isusu entered the game. I don't know if any of you readers have noticed this trumpet named Mingzi Isusu. The first time I came to the world was to accuse someone of being a mistress. Behind it is still a screenshot of Mingzi Isusu's speech. That day, the second-ranked demon slayer, Gu Lycan, who had always been ranked number 1, surpassed his rank. So the world was very lively that day. Mingzi Isusu's message was quickly suppressed, but a few people noticed it. Unexpectedly, a screenshot of this post was left behind. And what makes people curious is this so-called mistress. Why did Mingzi Isusu say this? This makes me wonder about the relationship between the Variety Fairy and the second young master of the Gu family. As we all know, the Variety Fairy rarely goes out into the world except when collecting materials. Why did he send out equipment as bait this time? What about letting people hunt down Mingzi Isusu, a trumpet? What else is worth paying attention to? This is her second round of white people since she entered the game. Except for the first round of the 2 numbers of the White Proud Iron Cavalry, which was due to personal grudges, this time she thought of the recent scenes where the second young master of the Gu family and Mingzi Isusu were frequently together. It makes people have to think about the relationship between them. Behind them were several screenshots of Mingzi Isusu and the second young master of the Gu family, as well as those of Qianshan Mushui. Lily stopped looking at them after seeing them. It was just because someone thought that he was stealing love from Mingzi Isusu. Boyfriend. So Mingzi Isusu had to come to save her after entering the game. There were a lot of comments following the post, and almost all of them were female, almost without exception. They are all scolding the shameless inserter of Baby and Goblin. The number of pages has reached nearly 1,000 pages. It can be said to be the most popular message in the entire forum. Someone later even suggested that the character of the Variety Fairy should be humanized and call her to scold her. This proposal was seconded by most people, and many people began to speculate about where Lily might be, like a detective possessing her. The person's real name, address and place of work were revealed. This situation made Lily want to laugh for a while. The rest of the forum contained gossip from so-called masters, technical posts, or minor conflicts in the game. Lily looked at it, and half a day passed quickly. At 12 noon, the Dragon War World server was reopened. When I clicked on the game again, this time the game not only closed the server, but also opened 10 new areas. Some of the content has changed, and the game screen has changed a lot. A golden dragon is hovering on the screen. Waves of crisp dragon roars sounded, giving people the feeling of being shocked by the opening scene of the game before they even played it. After a while, clear classical music started playing, and Lily's account reappeared in the game. As soon as she started the game, she suddenly saw a message flashing through the system. System, the evil Abyss Demon King is about to appear. Warriors, pick up the weapons in your hands and protect the world. System, the evil Abyss Demon King is about to appear. Warriors, pick up the weapons in your hands and protect the world. System, the evil Abyss Demon King is about to appear. Warriors, pick up the weapons in your hands and protect the world. The same announcement was refreshed 3 times in a row. Before Lily could react, the private message rang. Private chat Jian Shanmugzio said to you, Xia He, now there is a new boss in the game. I heard it is very difficult, but the explosive is rare materials. We need this first kill. I can give you the materials. Come and we will work together. Help fight this boss. When Lily heard about the new boss, her heart moved. Now after the merger, more and more people are at level 80. Even Demon Slayer, who is ranked first and most desperate for leveling, is already level 84. I heard that after the system maintenance, in addition to opening 10 new servers, it also opened a brand new map. This time the Abyss Demon King is a boss that has not been beaten since the new game. If you can get the first kill, not only will you be rewarded with a lot of reputation points and experience points, but the most important thing will be the future of the guild. The name will remain on the system list forever. Even if another guild takes the shortest time to defeat the boss, it will never be able to take away this honor. To be continued. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Cannon Fodder Strategy. Author, Juan ERWR. Chapter 277. The Proud Cavalry was originally a super gang in the 1st District. Originally, Enkinlin's plan was to integrate his Proud Cavalry into the top gang in the district before joining the district. If Lily hadn't stabbed him across the board, with the financial support of Enkinlin and Gulikan, the number 1 leader in the rankings, it should be very powerful. Even after the district is merged, it is easy to attract some small and medium-sized gangs to merge in, making the power more and more powerful. Grow. However, following Lily's complaint, Enkinlin was summoned back to Hong Kong by Njulong, and things had changed when he returned. Without Enkinlin's financial support, the Proud Iron Rider was quickly squeezed out by the Demon Slayer Guild. From a super guild, it became a popular guild, because the Proud Iron Rider originally occupied the top 3 in the rankings. The number of people in the guild has long fallen out of the 50, and the leader's reputation is not enough. Even if you have money, it is not easy to develop the guild into what it was before. Especially after the merger of the districts, in addition to being rich, the Proud Cavalry there is no reason to attract people to join, and in the game Dragon Wars, there is never a shortage of rich people. Because of this, Enkinlin panicked, but Enkinlin couldn't blame him for Gulikan's downgrade, because Enkinlin had also met the little girl named Mingzisu, who was truly beautiful and charming. Her delicate and timid appearance makes people can't help but pity her, and her gentleness that lowers her head when she is shy. No wonder the Gu brothers like her. Even I sometimes can't help but feel moved by the youthful charm she reveals in a moment. He couldn't blame her, especially after coming into contact with Mingzi Isusu in the game, and he couldn't blame this innocent and bright girl. Therefore, Enkinlin could only blame his sister for being willful and ignorant. Sometimes he really doesn't understand why other people's sisters are so well behaved and obedient. In addition to being willful and causing trouble since she was a child, my younger sister. She never did a good thing. She can even call her elders to complain. Even though she is several years old, she is as willful as a child. It's just that in this fight against the Abyss Demon King, most of the capable people in the meeting had left some time ago due to their distraction. For a while, the Proud Cavalry could not find anyone. Although Lily was a little more willful, her equipment was still there. The equipment in the previous area was considered relatively good, not to mention that her level was high enough. She must have learned even the level 80 group adding skills, so Enkinlin called her this time and offered her the materials as a reward, but only if she joined the Proud Cavalry Guild to fight the boss. Private chat you said to Jian Shanmugzio, why should I help you? Private chat Jian Shanmugzio said to you, there are already people after level 85 merge. As the only person in the server with the title of Hand of God, You don't want that material? Private chat Jian Shanmugzio said to you, after all, I am also a master of a while, and I can take charge of some things. What's more, you don't have many friends in the game. Are you sure you can get the materials on your own? Private chat Jian Shanmugzio tells you, if you cooperate with others, let's not talk about whether there is a lack of priests in their association. What can you do to someone if they don't admit it after all? I'm your big brother. Even if you don't believe me, you should believe your parents, right? If I lie to you, you can complain to them, and aren't you the best at doing this? When Enkinlin talked about it later, there was a bit of anger in his tone. Lily ignored his complaining words. Frankly speaking, Enkinlin was chosen by Njulong to be sent to the mainland to develop the market. He did have some vision and good eloquence. At this moment, her heart was moved by what he said. Lily originally wanted level 85 materials. She was already level 83. In less than 3 months, she would definitely reach level 85. Her strong strength and level meant that she might be defeated by Ming Zi Susu in the future. The key to protecting herself and understanding the torture of Zi Susu was to protect herself from the murderer, so she hesitated but agreed. Private chat you said to Jian Shanmugzio, yes, but I don't believe in your integrity. If you cheat again, I will call dad again. Private chat Jian Shanmugzio said to you. Private chat Jian Shanmugzio says to you, I won't. If Enkinlin's words involve the interests of the guild or Mingzisu, Lily will not believe him at all. But firstly, he still has Njulong as his backing, and secondly, he believes that he can take the money for Enkinlin. The benefits of the first kill are much rarer than the level 85 materials. To be honest, the level 85 equipment materials, apart from being more novel, are not as famous as the first kill. I believe Enkinlin will not do such a stupid thing. Private chat Jian Shanmugzio said to you, but I also have a request. You must divorce Liwan after the matter is completed. He couldn't bear to see the girl who was soft on the outside but strong on the inside feel uncomfortable, so he was ready to solve the problem for Mingzisu. Private chat Jian Shanmugzio said to you, you don't like Liwan, and your marriage was a mistake. Why not take this opportunity to resolve the matter? Private chat you said to Jian Shanmugzio, how do you know I don't like Gu Liwan? After Lily finished saying this, Enkinlin only saw Enkinlin saying in the private chat box. Private chat Jian Shanmugzio said to you, okay, Ziahe, stop making trouble. Private chat Jian Shanmugzio said to you, it will not do you any good if you make the two Gu brothers quarrel like this. It will always be like this. You can only rely on others to tell you whether you like Gu Liwan, whether you like Gu Liken, and whether she is a bad person or a good person. They all need to be judged by others. And Behi is such a proud girl. Son, naturally I can't swallow this breath in my heart. In fact, Gu Liken may not be as good as she imagined, but the reason why she persisted in insisting on him later was not just because she liked Gu Liken, but because she couldn't swallow it. Otherwise, why did she ask Lily to get the attention of I Am God for her when she wanted Lily to complete the task for her, and then get rid of him? Why did she ask Lily to be successful in the game and not be as shunned as in the plot? Mingzisu Zhao, but he didn't mention Gu Liken? At this moment, Lily was too lazy to reply to Enkinlin. It seemed that Enkinlin had no intention of asking her to answer. Soon, the emblem of the Proud Cavalry flashed in front of her. The Pride Cavalry invites you to join the guild, are you willing? Although Lily didn't like Enkinlin, since she agreed to him. I am not the kind of person to go back on my word. So I quickly agreed. System, congratulations. Join the Pride Cavalry. Guild, ordinary members, wave away the world, scatter flowers. Congratulations on the return of the leprechaun. Guild, elder, second young master of the Gu family, goblin. You are finally here, let's get divorced. Guild, ordinary member, looking for love, you are so cruel. Guild, ordinary members, looking for love, fairy, throw yourself into my arms. Guild chirping. Lily blocked the guild chat without hesitation. She remembered that Kinlin had said before that if someone had reached level 85 or above after the zone was merged, she had not had time to click on the ranking list after entering the game. At this moment, when I opened it, I saw that someone had already reached level 85. Regardless of whether it is ranked on the wealth list or the ranking list. Even in the combat rankings, they are all the same person, I am God. I am God is already level 87, which is 2 levels longer than the second place. Even though there are not many levels, the level of Dragon War World becomes more and more difficult as the levels go up. The experience difference between each level can be used by Lily to level up 84 several times. The higher the level, the more so. Seeing I am God, Lily clicked on his equipment curiously. Not only did he have 12 pieces of equipment like the information given in the plot, but he already had 8 pieces. Golden Excellence equipment. 4 of them have the words The Supreme written on them. Click on his character image to see the golden light on his body. It almost blinded Lily. Such a person Lily doubted that she could beat him. Even if her whole body of equipment was put together, it might not be as good as someone else's 2 pieces of equipment. The thought of completely torturing me is God just came up, and she was quietly pressed. Go down. Based on this result, even if she has the best level 85 materials, even if she is lucky enough to make an outstanding orange outfit, she is still no match for I Am God. The first place in the guild rankings is a guild called Tianxiao. I am God and I am the president of Tianxiao, and the top 20 people in the rankings are almost all Tianxiao people. Lily finished reading and closed the ranking list. She couldn't help but pull Qian Shanmixio's account from the blacklist and asked Kinlin. Private chat, you said to Qian Shanmixio, do you think the proud cavalry can really beat him? Apparently Kinlin also saw I am God coming from Xinhe district, because he was silent for a long time without answering. When Lily thought he would not speak anymore, he only sent one helpless words. Private chat, Qian Shanmixio said to you. Private chat, Qian Shanmixio says to you, do your best and obey fate. There was a bit of desolation in his words, and after a while, he couldn't hold it back anymore. Private chat, Qian Shanmixio says to you, if you hadn't been fooling around and asked Dad to call me back to Hong Kong for training, how could I still be at level 82 today? Lily ignored his resentful words and added Qian Shanmixio to the blacklist, and then she felt a little sad. During the boss fight at 3 p.m., Lily had no leisure time and followed Mingzisu to meet I Am God by chance. Therefore, she would not do this when she could not defeat him and might not leave a good impression on him. Silly things. She turned her grief and anger into strength, bought a pack of medicine and was about to go out to level up, but unfortunately she was attacked and killed by a vampire assassin named Shadow among the geniuses. She was once again plagued by bad luck, and the medicine exploded on her body. The only garment of excellence. I don't know if this is the legendary leaky house that rains all night. Unfortunately, Lily had to take out a perfect purple dress from her trumpet and put it on again. After some temporary repairs with money, she finally defeated the Demon King of the Abyss. The time has come. Guild, President, Qian Shanmixio, attention everyone, gather in the Abyss territory. The world was also in a state of excitement. As soon as Lily teleported to the Abyss territory, Qian Shanmixio sent her an application to invite her to join the team. Private chat, Qian Shanmixio says to you, pick up. Player Qian Shanmixio asked to form a team with you. Agree or refuse? Lily nodded in agreement, but unexpectedly she almost fell out when she entered the group. To be continued. Cannon Fodder Strategy. Author, Juan ERWR. Chapter 278. In addition to the two brothers Gu Laikan and Nkinlin, this 10-person team also has a nanny named Lupiaopio, as well as 2 vampire assassins and 2 archers. Almost all professions in the Dragon War are here. But there was actually a trumpet in the team who had just reached level 21, Mingzi Susu. Team the Variety Fairy, what is she here for? Team Jianshan Mixuo, okay, Ziobai, please turn on the voice. Although Lupiaopio is the female lead in the team besides Lily, everyone knows who she is talking about. Team Mingzi Susu, Auntie, you can come, why can't I come? Button nose. Team Variety Fairy, I won't come unless I kick her. Lily's heart was filled with anger. Mingzisu was 19 this year and had just entered the freshman year. No matter how young and beautiful she was only 3 years younger than herself. However, no matter in the plot or now, she always opened her mouth. Calling someone an aunt really made people a little angry. The original owner was also very angry because of this, and she became more and more disliked. In addition, because Gu Laikan and Nbei's nominal boyfriend Gu Liwan were both the reason why they liked Mingzisu was the reason why the two of them had bad relations later on. It's just that Mingzisu is smarter and packages her disgust into cuteness, while Nbei is simple-minded, and her disgust becomes bullying and annoying in the eyes of others. No woman doesn't care about her appearance and age, and Mingzisu, who is so arrogant and can make people furious, looks cute and delicate in the eyes of Gu Laikan and others. Team Jianshan Mixuo, can you two stop arguing? Ziobai, you are the elder sister, please let Susu go. She is still young. And Kinlin had a helpless tone. Lily was not the only one who could hear the depression in his words. Even others heard it. Team Variety Fairy, small. Does the appearance of a 30-year-old have the IQ of a 3-year-old? Team Mingzi Susu, this girl is as beautiful as a flower. Auntie, my 30-year-old appearance is talking about you, right? Disdain. On the quarrel, Mingzisu looks gentle on the outside, but in fact, only those who know her know that she has a sharp tongue and never loses in a quarrel. When Gu Laikan saw what she said, he almost couldn't help but laugh out loud. Type. Team Leaving in the Wind, Susugwai, give the president some face. Team Mingzi Susu, humph. For uncle's sake. I won't tell you, Auntie, more, but Auntie, your name should be changed to Centennial Fairy. What should you call the ever-changing fairy? When Lily saw this, an inexplicable anger surged up in her heart, and she wanted to kill the woman Mingzi Susu on the spot. Lily suppressed the impulse deep in her heart and took several deep breaths before calming down. After some time, her forced killing at this moment has no impact at all on Mingzisu, after all, her level is low. And the result of oneself opening red. It is possible that the Gu Laikan brothers were asked to kill her on the spot, so that one level would be replaced by another level. Not worth it? Team Jianshan Mixuo, forget it, stop talking, Ziobai, turn on your voice. Team King of the World, that's right, Goblin, please turn on the voiceover. When we fight the boss later, if you have the time to type, you can add a lot of blood to us. Team Melodious Breeze, let's open it. Team Variety Fairy, I have nothing to tell you, and I won't go with a trash like Mingzisu following you. As soon as she said these unkind words, many people fell silent. When Lily spent money to turn white and the monk used Rejoice and Huajuo to wash his hair, the proud knights would have been very dissatisfied with her. If she hadn't been Jianshan Mixuo's sister, and later she joined this association, made a lot of contributions to the association, and finally married the second son of the elder Gu family, otherwise the proud knight would not agree to join her in the army now. Even though the proud cavalryman didn't say much because of the face of the president Jianshan Mixuo, Lily could see everyone's resistance to Lily. In the plot, the proud knight before Nbei broke up with Nkinlin, because she was rich and generous, plus she was the sister of the president, everyone in the meeting was very fond of her, like a sister. She kept shouting, and Anbei was also a typical example of people who are stupid and have too much money. When she was happy, she would spend a lot of money, and when she was unhappy, she would use the money to buy things and give them away. The people in the meeting became even more flattering to her, until after Ming Zi Susu joined the association, and when Ming Zi Susu intended to take revenge on Lily became increasingly dissatisfied with Ming Zi Susu and targeted her everywhere. A rich, powerful sister who is also the president, after targeting Ming Zi Susu several times, will inevitably make people feel a little sympathetic to the weak, especially when Enkinlin, Gu Liken and Gu Liwan are all standing. When it comes to Ming Zi Susu, more and more people in the meeting feel that Lily seems a bit aggressive, and instinctively sympathize with Ming Zi Susu. But they forgot how easy it was when they asked Lily for equipment and things. Finally, after Lily was given up by Enkinlin, none of the people who used to call her affectionately regarded her as a friend. Just because they thought of these plots, the people of the Proud Iron Cavalry didn't have a good impression of Lily. Lily also didn't like them very much. After speaking politely, she said directly, "Team the Variety Fairy, either Ming Zi Susu gets out, or I leave. Team Variety Fairy, besides, I'm just here to cooperate with you, not to listen to your orders." Her rude attitude made many Proud Cavalry people very dissatisfied. After being silent for a while, Enkinlin's voice rang out. "Forget it, do as you like." He must have called Gu Liken, because after a while, a prompt came from the team. System, Ming Zi Susu quits the team. Team Melodious Breeze. Team Lupiaopio, alas. The atmosphere in the team was very dull, and Lily knew that they must have blamed themselves for Ming Zisu being forced to leave, because Gu Liwan soon left the team and followed Ming Zisu. System, the second young master of the Gu family quits the team. Normal Ming Zi Susu, Huan, what are you doing? Normal the second young master of the Gu family, Susu, if they don't take you there, I will take you there. You are my girlfriend and I want to protect you. Everyone acquiesced to this result, and no one in the team spoke anymore. Everyone, go to the Abyss territory. Be sure to grab the boss. And Kinlin turned on the gang's voice, and then played a piece of radical music from the German World War II era to mobilize people's hearts. Soon, the Proud Knights headed towards the Abyss territory. Moved over. Lily rolled her eyes and pressed her finger on the skill key. After hesitating for a long time, she let go. She was mixed in with the team and came to the Abyss territory. I originally thought that there would be at least tens of thousands of people present in a server at this time, but to the surprise of the Proud Iron Cavalry, except for all the Prodigy gang members, no one else was seen in the Abyss territory. Tianjiao's people stood in two lines at the place where they were about to attack the Abyss Demon King, blocking the entire Abyss territory. At first glance, almost the entire screen is filled with their people, so densely packed that there is no end in sight, which gives people a very shocking feeling. Under such circumstances, the number of Tianjiao is almost 5 times that of the entire Proud Cavalry, and almost all of these people are wearing the best equipment. The worst ones have blue wings on their bodies. The white armored Protoss warrior even had a golden halo on his wings, proving that his equipment was reaching its peak. In contrast, most of the Proud Cavalry had not come yet, and only their 10 small team came first. "Qian Shan, what should we do?" a somewhat helpless male voice sounded. Just now, the Proud Cavalry wanted to snatch the boss of the Abyss Demon King. Now it seems that it can avoid being killed by Tianjiao's people, and it cannot drop its equipment after death. It's already pretty good. The power of Tianjiao is too great, and Kinlin sighed after a while, with a grieved voice. If Lily hadn't asked Zhulang to call him back to Hong Kong for internship, how could he be so different from others? Tianjiao's president, I Am God, is dressed in gold at the moment, which is not comparable to him. Even though Kinlin thinks that he is not short of money, seeing such a scene, he still can't help but feel depressed. Normal Qianshan God, have you booked the venue? Normal Qianshan if we reserve the venue, we can leave. This was the first time Lily saw Qinlin admit defeat. He must have felt very uncomfortable at this moment. Therefore, although she might not get the level 85 equipment materials, she still couldn't help but feel happy. I Am God was surrounded by a group of men with orange wings. He was still the very conspicuous one. He ignored Qianshan Mixue. The Tianjiao people quickly surrounded Qianshan Mixue's people in the middle. Many people couldn't help but become even more nervous. The only one who can be considered calm is probably Mingzi Isusu. She was a small account, and it only took her 10 minutes to level up after she died. But the others were different. They were already almost level 84, and they only took 2 months to level up after they died. Lily couldn't help but want to scratch the wall now. Fortunately, when she came, she prepared a return scroll bound to her nearest town. As long as it was not during battle, she could use it to fly away from this danger as soon as possible. It's not a worthwhile place to die here with this group of people. It's not worthwhile to fall to the next level. In the midst of some secret joy, Lily double-clicked the return scroll, but there was no movement. System, you are in combat and cannot use this item. When Lily saw this prompt, she couldn't help but click on the return scroll several times in succession, but the result was the same. She was prompted by the system that she was in battle and could not return. At this moment, I don't know which evil mage is unleashing the largest group attack skill, Meteor Shower. This skill looks good when used, and is very lethal. Especially the people from the Tianjiao Guild have high combat effectiveness and a wide attack range. Apart from the longer recovery time, they are almost invincible. But now, because there are many mages among the geniuses, this shortcoming is naturally ignored. To be continued. Cannon Fodder Strategy. Author, Wan Erwr. Chapter 279. Lily wants to log off, but in Dragon Wars, if she logs off when she is out of combat or dies, she will naturally log off at 1 o'clock, but if she is in battle, there will be a buffer time of 20 seconds. Once the mouse is moved, the system defaults to no longer being offline. Lily does not have the confidence to think that she can survive 20 seconds in front of so many Tianjiao people, because during this time period, a man named Extremely Arrogant the Mage was leading a group of mages to continuously attack the Proud Knights with group attacks. She had to desperately increase her health, otherwise she might not be able to take 5 hits and fall to the ground. The effectiveness of the resurrection pills in the shopping mall is halved when used after level 50. If you use this pill from level 50 to 80, you can resurrect without losing experience. However, if you die after reaching level 80 or above, then eating this pill is useless. This is Longzhan Tianxia's punishment for restricting the new adjustment of the PK system. This is to maintain the balance between games. It has been scolded by many people before. Lily also wants to scold now. She is already level 80. These things are of no use to her, so is she going to die in this place with Qinlin today and fall to the next level? General leaking the secret, booking the venue. Do we need it? The first person Tianjiao spoke was a vampire assassin named Leak Tianji. He had very flamboyant red hair. As soon as he finished speaking, a human mage with orange wings said while using the group attack skill. Normal very arrogant, this is just a gift from our boss, an Abyss Demon King, but we still look down upon him. Normal very crazy, the president wants us to come over, we have no choice but to come over. Normal Mingzi Isusu, you guys are too bully. Angrily face, Mingzisu finished speaking. Finally, an angry villain appeared. Normal Qianshan Mixue. Normal Qianshan Mixue, forget it. Since God wants to take this first kill, we proud people will naturally let it go. Normal I Am God, the Variety Fairy stays, the second young master of the Gu family stays, Qianshan Mixue stays, Changfeng leaves stays, others can go. Because of the number 1 ranking, his name had a faint golden light flashing when he spoke. When Lily saw him calling her name, she couldn't help but tense up. Maybe it's because he was abused more in the plot. At this moment, she was instinctively afraid of this I am God, especially when her current strength was not as good as others. She even subconsciously wanted to hide. Normal Qian Shan Mixuo? God, what do you mean? Lily also wanted to ask, she had never met me before, so why did he let her stay? And the bad premonitions in her heart were getting deeper and deeper, as if something would happen that caught her off guard. Normal 5-star Colonel, you don't care what our president means, just do it. Tianjiao's people have a very tough tone, and Qinlin has met his opponent this time, no matter how prosperous he is in reality. But no one in the game cares about him at all, in order not to lose another level. He hesitated and probably discussed it with the people in the meeting for a while. In the end, those irrelevant people who were not named by I am God all happily prepared to leave in a passage where Tianjiao slowly retreated. Lily wanted to sneak away among the group of numbers. She even took off a piece of equipment on her body, causing the original purple wings on her back to dim. Normal I am God, where do you want to go? As soon as the words I am God came out, Lily tragically found that she was frozen. A red-haired assassin appeared next to her. He took away most of her blood with just one stab. Fortunately, he didn't attack again or Lily will have to fall. Assassins have high attack and high critical hits. In addition to having slightly weaker defense, they can also become invisible. Sometimes they sneak into the dark to kill people. They are simply hard to guard against. They are the most hated characters in the game, but they are also indispensable. Lily was depressed and endured this period of stabilization. After coming back to her senses, she quickly applied a treatment to herself, gritted her teeth and gave me a look at I am God. With her as a living example, Qinlin, who originally wanted to leave, dare not leave now. He is sure that there should be an invisible assassin hiding around him. If he dares to leave, I am God will definitely do it next moment. Let people kill him and pull him up without waiting for his resurrection. Qinlin did not dare to move because of the risk of being eliminated. After all, he had risen to these experience levels bit by himself. Normal Qian Shan Mixuo, God, why are you like this? If there is some misunderstanding between you and me, just explain it clearly and let my friends leave first. As soon as Qinlin said these words, the two brothers Gu Liken and Gu Liken were both moved. Even Ming Zisuzu said emotionally. Normal Ming Zi Susu, uncle. Normal I am God, want to leave? I'm just here to block people. As soon as these words were spoken, everyone was stunned for a moment. As the leader of a group, Qinlin had never asked anyone in such a low voice. But now I am God but I don't give him any face, even if I am a god and my combat power is high, but humiliating myself like this in front of my friends and subordinates is really too much. Normal Qian Shan Mixuo, God. What do you mean? Don't think that I'm afraid of you. Normal Sour, President, what are you talking about with him? Just kill them all. Normal Tianmai, shut up, what arrangements does the president have, and you have to guide me in which round? Normal Sour, yes, wife. Normal very flamboyant, okay, stop talking nonsense, just come here if the president asks you to come here, there are so many things to worry about. Common Ming Dynasty Perilla Su, dash. Dash. Faint. After Ming Zi Susu made a dizzy expression at the end, I am God said directly. Normal I am God, come here, don't let me say it a second time. There was no one else except Lily who had just tried to escape, so it was obvious to whom he was speaking. Lily saw the assassins on the side and the mages who were still launching group attacks. While being treated, he drank red blood desperately and walked towards I am God in depression. I was originally prepared for him to kill me instantly with one attack. Unexpectedly, a handshake sign appeared on the screen. System, I am God and add you as a friend. Agree or refuse? Lily didn't expect that he would add her as a friend. Feeling a little confused, she became more and more cautious. Her palms were sweating. On the other side, I am God, but she was waiting impatiently. Normal I am God, add. When everyone was confused about Monk Jong Lily saw this word and clicked reject with a trembling hand. Normal variety fairy. I am God fell silent, Lily laughed dryly, and she took her hand away from the mouse. I wiped the sweat from my palms with paper, and then I held the mouse again. This time I am God did not send another friend request. Lily was a little uneasy. He summoned his flying riding pet, a dragon with attribute values, stepped on it directly, and sent a request to Lily to share the ride. The request comes. System, I am God and ask to ride with you. Do you agree or reject? Lily really wanted to refuse this time. How could she carry out her plan in the future when I am God pulled her onto the mount in front of so many people? To fulfill the original owner's wish. After thinking about it, Lily finally thought that it would be safest to do this kind of thing quietly behind the scenes. After all, I am God since my identity is different. Being able to force Anbei to marry Anjulong casually in the first place proved that he was a ruthless character who was not easy to mess with. If others knew that he was dumped in front of everyone, would he be able to escape in the future? Therefore, Lily would not do such a pushy thing. Although she also doubted how I could add her as a friend if I am God, when she was about to refuse, she accidentally thought of the scene when she just rejected the friend application. And Lily, that single-minded personality, once again affected her, and she agreed. She was suddenly carried by I am God onto the flying dragon pet, and nestled in the arms of the Protoss warrior. Normal Qian Shanmugzyo. Normal Sour, President. Normal Patriarch Bodhi, it turns out that the President brought us here for this purpose. Common Mingzi I Susu. Normal the second young master of the Gu family. In the blink of an eye, many people were vomiting in the chat on the ordinary channel. Obviously they couldn't believe this situation. Normal I am God, I came here to find someone, and now that I have found someone, the second young master of the Gu family immediately went to get a divorce. Normal the second young master of the Gu family. Gu Liwan vomited a bunch of bubbles again, but Mingzisu seemed to suddenly remember something. Normal Mingzi I Susu, ah. Horrified. Normal Mingzi I Susu, are you the trumpet who is looking for someone? Normal Mingzi I Susu, aren't we friends? Normal Mingzi I Susu, I saved you that day, do you remember? This time Lily wanted to scream. She thought carefully about it in her memory. She didn't offend me, I am God. She didn't have time to offend me, I am God. Why did he let him come here? Just as Lily was about to click to leave the shared writing state, I am God already said. Private chat I am God saying to you, you don't need anything when playing games, but you lack fun. Private chat I am God saying to you, you'd better not want to leave secretly now. Two simple words made Lily hands pause for a moment, and her brows couldn't help but wrinkle. System, the demon king of the abyss has awakened because of your existence. Warriors, pick up the weapons in your hands and defend this territory. Abyss Demon King, who woke me up? The ground began to tremble, and under the shock of many bosses, Lily began to feel that she could not control her body, and could only let I am God take her and run away. Tianjiao's people have quickly formed a formation, and they are obviously very skilled in cooperating. Once the boss's hatred value is controlled by them, under such a force, it will be very difficult for the proud cavalry to steal it. To be continued. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Cannon Fodder Strategy. Author, Juan ERWR. Chapter 280. Normal I am God, quit the team. Lily knew that he was talking to her, so she hesitated for a moment and left the team. The next moment, his invitation to team up came through. System, I am God and ask to form a team with you. Do you agree or reject? This time Lily made the right choice, she chose to agree. As soon as she joined the team, before a few people had time to say hello to her, Lily began to use skills to replenish blood. When the boss's big move fell, almost all the people on the ground were about to die. Only I, the god, still had less than half of his blood left, tightly holding on to the boss's hatred. Although the dead Tianjiao gang members were resurrected by the priest, they would lose half of their experience. But they all stood up quickly. The fallen equipment was picked up by the people in the guild, and no one asked. With such concerted efforts, the Abyss Demon King let out an unwilling roar, and finally his huge body collapsed to the ground. Abyss Demon King, roar, shameless humans, I will come back again. Abyss Demon King, when the time comes, you must be careful. System, congratulations to the player I am God for setting a record of 372W damage value for a single player of the Abyss Demon King. System, congratulations to the guild genius for getting the first kill of the Abyss Demon King. Your names will always be recorded in the annals of history for future generations to admire. System, congratulations to the Tianjiao Guild for defending the Abyss territory for the first time. Guild members will be rewarded with 1 million experience points, 1 million gold coins, and 10,000 reputations. This reward cannot be obtained again. I wish all players a happy life. Following the fall of the boss and a series of red notifications from the system, equipment and materials fell out. There were golden materials and orange ones, which shimmered on the ground. But no one picked it up at all. Normal I am God, look. What do you need? Go pick it up. Everyone in the Tianjiao Guild stood still, obviously they were talking to Lily. Lily hesitated for a moment and did not go over. There is no shortage of priests in this guild. In fact, because of the glory of I am God, she has already placed her name on the first kill list. She is already satisfied. Especially when she sees Kinlin standing motionless by the side, she feels even more excited. It's refreshing. The passionate and inspiring music is still playing in the Proud Cavalry's guild. The low and loud heavy metal beat rhythm should have been very inspiring, but after the first kill no longer belonged to them, that passionate song became a joke. Normal I am God, go get it. Normal variety fairy, shall I take it? Not only Lily, but Lily has never owed anyone else anything for playing games. She has always been owed by others. Lily didn't originally want the materials obtained under such inexplicable circumstances. But if I am God insists on letting her pick it up, she won't be polite. After all, Lily has been killed by I am God so many times in the plot before, and she wants these materials very much. So I hesitated for a while, but in the end, I couldn't defeat the instinctive desire in my heart. Seeing that I am God replied with Lily hurried forward and picked up all the materials. Normal variety fairy, thank you very much. Looking at the few extra golden materials in the bag, Lily happily began to think about what equipment she wanted to make. I am God was silent for a while. Normal I am God, is it enough to use the song as a betrothal gift? Although everyone had already made such assumptions when they saw the two riding together, when they actually heard these words, they couldn't help but be shocked again. Normal Qian Shan Mixuo, God, are you crazy? Normal variety fairy. Although Lily thought the same thing, she still felt a little uncomfortable when she saw Kinlin say this. She was also his sister after all, so why did she say that others were crazy if they wanted to marry her? Could it be that in his eyes, she was only worthy of following a man and pestering others, but not worthy of others marrying her? An inexplicable feeling of sadness and anger came to her heart. This was the grievance and unwillingness of the original owner. In the eyes of Lily's eldest brother, she was nothing compared to others. No one knew that she was actually just jealous of Mingzi. Su was loved by so many people, including the love of Kinlin, the love of the Gu family brothers, and even the great love of the great god. She could easily have what she wanted, and she was not willing to give in. Under the influence of this impulsive emotion, Lily hesitated for a moment. She was a little surprised at first to hear that I am God and wanted to marry her, but then she felt happy again. Her goal was to get I am God before dumping him, but now he comes to her door by himself. Isn't it better and easier? Lily struggled for a while, thought for a while and typed on the keyboard. Normal variety fairy, yes. Normal Qian Shan Mixuo, what nonsense. Zia he, I won't agree. Normal Qian Shan Mixuo, God, I am her eldest brother, her real eldest brother. What do you mean? At this point, Kinlin said such words just to make Lily laugh. Now that he has said that he is his real big brother, what can change? What's more, does Kinlin's words mean that he is anxious for his sister to get married in the game at will, or does he want to use this identity to gain some benefits? When her account number and even her own Kinlin could be used to contribute to the gang, Lily couldn't help but think otherwise. Lily had already regretted it when she typed the word yes, but when she thought of Kinlin, she couldn't control herself. Normal I am God, yeah. Qian Shan Mixuo, since you are her eldest brother, I have already given out the betrothal gift, and I will take the dowry myself. At first Lily wanted to say that the betrothal gift and dowry were just a game, there was no need to make it so real, but when she saw the words I was God typing, Lily couldn't help but laugh. His so-called betrothal gift is the first kill, but in fact, this honor belongs to their Tianjiao guild. For Kinlin, he did not get any benefits. He originally jumped out in a panic and said that he was his sister who wanted the benefits, but in the end if she didn't take advantage, she would be asked for dowry by I am God. Lily raised her lips and saw Kinlin said in surprise. Normal Qian Shan Mixuo, what dowry? Normal very arrogant, don't be stupid, okay. Our boss even paid a betrothal gift. Qian Shan, are you embarrassed to marry a girl with nothing? Why not treat the proud cavalry as a dowry and send it to our club together? Normal Mingzi I Susu, no. Normal Mingzi I Susu, the proud iron cavalry does not belong to the ever-changing goblin, it belongs to everyone. Normal Tianei Shanmai, what belongs to everyone? Who doesn't know that the proud cavalry belongs to Qian Shan Mixuo? If you have the ability, come over with the big account. Why is the small account chirping here? Mingzi Isusu had just fallen to the ground during a very crazy group attack, but she was not resurrected, so she died on the spot. Among the 10 people who came over on the Proud Iron Rider, except for those who had already left, none of the remaining people were like her. She died instantly, so even if she didn't know her, Tianmai could tell that she was either a trumpet account or a trash account. As soon as she said this, Mingzi said angrily. Normal Mingzi Isusu, Auntie, if you don't understand, just don't talk nonsense, okay? You are not a proud knight, so what qualifications do you have to say such a thing? Normal Tianei Shanmai, Aunt. Normal Sour, wife, please calm down. Normal Tianei Shanmai, whoever resurrected this idiot for me, I will chase and kill her every day from now on. Normal Yuhua Cans, sister me, calm down, today is the day when the boss proposes. Normal Sweet Honey, Mingzi Isusu. I remember. Normal Mingzi Isusu, humph. I remember you too, you unreasonable ant. These words made Tianmai get angry again. If it weren't for the fact that I am God, I would have started a fight. The two brothers Gu Liken were guarding Mingzi Isusu, and they were secretly complaining. Especially Gu Liken, who had gone from being the top god in the region to being worse than a phoenix now. The feeling in his heart was really terrible. As you can imagine, in front of so many people, he was powerless and had no fighting ability. He had no room to speak, and it was impossible to express the complexity in his heart. But he was a little reluctant to blame all this on Mingzi Isusu. He has liked this girl for 10 years. Seeing her grow from a little girl to how cute she is now, he has fallen in love with her. It is just a game. Anyway, he has grown up, and it is time to start working on his career. If you can't beat others, just use this game as a pastime. After comforting himself for a long time, Gu Lycan finally calmed down. Normal I am God, the second young master of the Gu family goes for divorce. Normal Mingzi Isusu, why? A unilateral divorce costs 5 million, and Huan doesn't have that much money. When I look at your clothes, they are so shiny. You don't lack that little money. Depressed. Normal I am God, don't let me say it a second time. You can choose not to divorce, but I will give you the money for your divorce. I will pay for your divorce. Gu Liwan smiled bitterly. He originally wanted to divorce Lily, especially after Ming's Yuzu came to this game, but he had been reluctant to part with the 5 million. The 5 million gold coins in Longzantiangxia are already equivalent to 500 yuan in real life. He is really reluctant to pay so much for Lily. It's not that he can't afford so much money, he just thinks that the 500 yuan is for other things. The woman did not pay for Mingzi Isusu, and he felt a little sorry for his girlfriend. Normal Qianshan Mixuo, forget it, Gu Er, go ahead and I'll give you the money later. At this point, Enkinlin was helpless. He turned off the music that was originally playing in the meeting, and his noisy ears suddenly became relaxed. When everyone involuntarily breathed a sigh of relief, Lily only I saw the prompt in the system. System, you have been invited out of the guild by Qianshan Mixuo, the president of the Proud Iron Cavalry. Lily smiled. She had never thought of staying in the Proud Cavalry. The reason for coming here was to buy equipment and materials. Now that Enkinlin has lost both his property and face, it's better this way. To be continued. Cannon Fodder Strategy. Author, Wan Erwr. Chapter 281. System, the president of Tianjiao Guild, I am God, invites you to join Tianjiao. Do you agree or reject? After hesitating for a moment, Lily didn't want to join this guild originally, but I am God typed. Normal I am God, enter. After thinking about it, she agreed, and Lily made up her mind to find an opportunity to quit the guild in 2 days. She doesn't like to join a party and be treated like a moving tool for equipment. Sometimes joining a party is just a little troublesome. Therefore, Lily knows that joining a party is beneficial, but after playing games for so long, she is alone most of the time. Action. System, you join the Tianjiao Guild. Before I had time to watch the chat in the meeting, I am God summoned the Flying Knight. Normal I am God, let's go, wedding. With his words, everyone among the geniuses began to summon their riding pets. To the point where it was like being driven to the shelves, Lily felt like the materials she had just picked up in her bag were surprisingly hot to the touch. Private chat, you said to me, God, is it too soon to get married now? Private chat, I am God saying to you, where is the fastest? Private chat, you said to me, God, everywhere is a bit fast. Private chat, I am God saying to you, but I don't feel happy. This sentence left Lily speechless. She was depressed when she saw I am God sending a request to invite fellow riders, and couldn't help but say again. Private chat, you said to me, God, have I offended you before? Private chat, I am God saying to you, so you should pay off your debt now. The meaningful words stunned Lily for a moment. When she came to her senses, she had already agreed to ride together and was held in the arms of the I am God character. Fly to the wedding palace in the game. The huge guild of Tianjiao began to migrate behind I Am God. They were forced to be mixed in with the proud cavalry people who were also following them. Although Qinlin had already summoned his own rider at this moment, he could not hide his feeling of depression among a group of people from the guild, as if he was being paraded through the streets, with an indescribable feeling. Embarrassment and decadence. World God's people, congratulations, President. World long hair reaching waist level and squatting to tease, Tianjiao is too domineering. They have commandeered the entire wedding hall, and now they have people guarding the door. Are they going to prevent anyone from getting married? World Hongxing wants to cheat, that is, no one else can get married. As soon as I got close to it, I was killed by Tianjiao's people in the forced killing mode. No one came to take care of it. World Yishuiyan, in the game, our president, God, is the king of laws. World, if you don't accept it, you're right. If you don't accept it, come out and challenge it. World Yushuiyu, I just saw it from a distance. The wedding hall was filled with roses. It was really a big deal. World Profiteer, have you forgotten the Abyss Demon King boss? World Profiteer, I collect the equipment and materials exposed by the Abyss Demon King. I want everything, and I charge a high price. World Young and Ignorant, the boss is the first kill. World. The world was bustling for a while, and Lily began to feel a little dizzy. I don't know when she actually provoked me, I am God, and made him seem to remember her. Secondly, if the two secretly get married and she dumps I am God, it will be just in line with the original owner's wishes, and she doesn't have to be hated by I am God. But now that he has made such a big fuss, it will be even worse for everyone. You know, if everyone knows about his abandonment, what good fruit will he have to eat? Lily suddenly began to worry about her future. Gu Liwan was forced to divorce. Although he had no love for Lily in the first place, he married Lily because there would be a couple system that would be beneficial to him after marriage. Secondly, he also wanted to stimulate Mingzisu. And later his goal was achieved. In fact, he originally wanted to divorce, but Lily refused to leave. He was originally dissatisfied, but now that his goal was achieved, the moment the divorce was confirmed, Gu Liwan felt that I felt a little unwilling in my heart. He was not willing to be divorced in this way, nor was he willing to marry Lily because someone who was more capable than him immediately wanted to marry her after the divorce. Just when he was a little disappointed, Gu Likan suddenly sent a private message. Normal leaving in the wind, Li Huan, where is Susu? While everyone was busy waiting for the wedding between I Am God and the Variety Fairy, Gu Li was the first to notice that Mingzisu was missing. Gu Liwan was originally feeling very complicated at the moment, but when he saw this, he was suddenly surprised. Normal, the second young master of the Gu family, I didn't notice it. Mingzi Susu's account was a trumpet. After she was killed, everyone left, and who cares where she went? At this moment, she thought she had either returned to the resurrection point, or she was still lying dead in the abyss. Normal leaving in the wind, you'd better pray that Susu is okay. Qian, I'll go find her. Normal Qian Shanmugzyo, go ahead. Apologize to Susu for me. And Qinlin wanted to leave now, but it was his sister who was getting married now. Although it was just in the game, it couldn't be justified for him to leave, so he suppressed the aggrievedness and depression in his heart and stayed where he was. Earth, I don't want to be looked down upon anymore. And Lily was a little tangled in her heart at the moment. Frankly speaking, if she wanted to get the attention of I Am God and dump him for revenge, it would be a good idea to let him marry her and then divorce him. But what could she do at this time? It feels like being chased away from the shelves. Especially after I, God, gave her a white wedding dress and a set of Chinese wedding robes, it made her feel a little bit pained. There are red roses all around. According to the price of 9 roses and 9 real coins in Dragon War World, it is estimated that just setting up a wedding venue now costs nearly 100,000 yuan, which is no more than a real small and medium-sized wedding venue. The wedding was late, this was still just a trip, but all this made Lily unable to laugh. Private chat, you said to I am God, is this too grand? Just be casual, he 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 he. Private chat, you said to me, God, I don't have to wear roses or anything like that. On the other side, the young man in front of the computer that was driving the I am God raised the corners of his mouth slightly. He wanted to make such a big fuss, so he couldn't easily disappear. He changed his number and played again. Originally I just wanted to find a random game to kill some time. If I hadn't met her, maybe I wouldn't have played the game so seriously later on. There really aren't many people in the country who dare to let him go. When they arrived at the marriage hall, the Tianjiao people who were originally guarding outside the hall slowly made way for a passage. Many people who also wanted to follow and inquire about the news walked behind. I am God suddenly stopped at the door. Sanhedrin, elders, are very busy, God, can these people enter the temple to watch? At this moment, the world is almost full of people, and news is pouring out one after another. The loudspeakers that many people used to find expensive now seem to be free of charge. It doesn't take long for everyone to send a message before it is blocked by the next message. Guild, President, I am God, whatever you want, but don't let people come in to cause trouble. Guild, Elder, is very busy, received. Lily naturally saw this conversation because she had joined the meeting. Apart from a lot of nonsense such as congratulations to the president on his marriage, this very busy conversation attracted Lily's attention. He is the second player on the wealth list. Lily checked his equipment. Although it is also dressed in orange, it is better than many people. But it seems somewhat inconsistent with his reputation as the second richest person in the world. She was a little curious at first, but the next moment Lily understood why Shibusu was ranked second on the wealth list. The world is very busy. Welcome all friends in the game to enter the marriage palace and participate in the wedding of our president I am God and the ever-changing fairy. Those who want to enter the venue must trade 500,000 game coins in front of the door of the palace as the admission fee, and at least 9 roses as a gift. After copying this message and sending it 10 times in a row, Lily's face turned dark. Private chat, you said to me, God, has he always been like this? Private chat, you said to me, God, no one would be so bored. Lily has always believed that no one would be so bored as to spend 500,000 game coins as the entrance fee, and also buy roses as gifts. And at this moment, she already wanted to run away. She didn't know if she would let me go at the wedding. God is a dove, does it count as fulfilling the original owner's wish to get him and then dump him? Lily just hesitated for a moment, and the private chat of I am God came back. Private chat, I am God saying to you, he is measured. Apart from that, there was no reply. Lily hesitated several times and wanted to log off immediately, but she didn't have the courage because she saw Kinlin beside her. Based on her understanding of Kinlin, I was God if you give him enough benefits, he will betray himself without hesitation and tell me his story, God knows. Being able to force Lillian to return to Hong Kong during the plot, it is naturally easy to deal with her now. Lily was already regretting it. She would have known better not to ask Kinlin for help when playing this game, to put aside the relationship with him, not to covet the slightest advantage at the beginning, and she would not be in the dilemma she is in now. Lily originally thought that no one in this game would be so bored that they would spend money to come in just to look at other people's weddings, but she was wrong. There are so many boring people in the game. When a wave of people squeezed in, Lily almost knelt down, especially because she was very busy convening the brothers in the meeting to count money. Guild, Elder, is very busy. How many are there, one-on-one? Guild, Lord, unsatisfied duel, can you please stop letting me do this in the future? I want to fight, I want to attend the boss's wedding, and I don't want to trade here. Guild, Vice President, is very arrogant, I have 10 million here, and there are several groups of roses. Guild, Elder, is very busy, selling these roses will bring another sum of money. God finally made back what he spent on this wedding. To be continued.